Hello and welcome, Awakened Heart Music community. My name is Diana. We have Maggie and our special guest Joss, which we'll introduce in just a moment. And I want to welcome you to another guest session of our community called Spirit Song Sessions, where we come on and we talk to a special Awakened Heart musician around a topic that they've chosen. And Maggie and I receive song that we share in our session, and our guests will also share songs. So I welcome you to tune in with us and absorb all the juice, because today our theme is abundance. And I'm really excited to get into the song and conversation around this theme. So leave us a comment and let us know where you're tuning in from, and maybe a word of what's alive for you today. And we'll be checking the comments throughout. So if there's something specific that comes up for you, you're welcome to share it with us if you have questions or thoughts, reflections. And we welcome you to engage with this theme of abundance also. What does it bring up for you? So if you want to share in the comments anything around that. And we always welcome you to join us in our song channeling prompt exercise every time that we have a theme. So if you want to take the theme of abundance with you over the weekend or over the day and share something in our group for that theme, we totally welcome that. So without further ado, I want to turn it over to Maggie, who's going to introduce Joss.
Yay, thank you, and welcome everyone. So nice to be here with you all. So Jaffe is a vocalist, tabla player, multi-instrumentalist, composer, and record producer. His critically acclaimed releases include Dub Mantra, Traveler, and Promises, featuring Mykal Rose. With his new album, Meditation Music, Joss delves fully into the world of ambient, soothing, and brainwave entraining music for spa, relaxation, yoga, and meditation. He's a regular performer and workshop leader at premier yoga conferences and transformational festivals, including Bhaktifest, Beloved, Wanderlust, and Korea Yoga Conference. Cool. Wow. So yeah, we're so grateful to have you on, and the timing is aligned beautifully because we're going to be releasing an album coming up soon on, I believe, the 18th. So yeah, it's really a pleasure to get to be this bridge and hopefully introduce some of you here in the community to his wonderful music. And yeah, grateful on. So welcome. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Maggie. My computer seems like it's glitching just a little bit. Can you hear me smoothly here? Is everything okay so far? Well, thank you for that lovely introduction. It's such a pleasure to see you both again. And yeah, I think that abundance is a timely theme. And I've been talking about this a lot with my friends and different healers that I talk with. And you know, this is an issue that just keeps coming up again and again. And I think there's different ways to sort of visualize and think about abundance. You know, I think in this moment of time that we're in, one of the most important things is for me to think about like the goddess Mahalakshmi, you know, and she's the goddess of wealth, but she's also considered the goddess of health. And in many traditions, health is sort of like the primordial wealth, you know, so taking care of your body, getting enough sleep. My eyes are a little puffy because I slept in today. So just, you know, being with yourself and really letting that natural flow kind of take over and allowing that to happen. So without further ado, I'll start with the prayer. And this is a really very powerful prayer called the Prayer of Bounty. And it's very spiritual. The artist who wrote this prayer uses the word God, but he says very specifically, please use the word God, infinite light, divine light, Lord, or whatever is appropriate for you when referring to the infinite. So I'm going to just use the word God, but you can take that as you will. It's called the Prayer of Bounty. So prepare to receive. This is a very powerful prayer. God, please open my mind, heart, and being to your complete, limitless, bountiful prosperity and love. Please help all things that I think, say, and do be filled with your complete, limitless, bountiful prosperity and love. Please allow me to be blessed with the riches and bounty of the heavens and the earth always. Please lead me, guide me, and direct me into your life, into your light, into your love, and into your complete, limitless, bountiful prosperity and love, celebrating life as the gift it is from you, God, now and forever. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Amen. So feeling the riches and the bounty of the heavens and the earth. One healer told me once that you don't need to be rich because you own everything. You own the whole world. You can go to the ocean, you can go to the mountaintop, you can go to the places that you need to go, and just feeling completely a part of everything. And you don't need to necessarily own it, right? Because you do, it's yours, it's all of ours. So feeling that abundance, and when I enter that state, it always takes me into the present moment, right? It's like a very yogic thing. And so this is a song that's one of my favorite songs when I was a little kid. And it's from like the 1960s. My parents were definitely hippies, right? So they would play the song and I would play the song, and it's a short little song and you might know it. Let's see, my guitar's in tune. Okay, is that coming through? Slow down, you move too fast. I got to make the moment last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy. La da ba la da da, feeling groovy. Hello lamppost, what you knowin'? I come to watch your flowers growin'. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? I do feeling groovy. La da ba la da da, feeling groovy. I got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready for sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, all is groovy. Groovy, groovy. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-la-da-da, feeling groovy.
Yes, I'm so happy you shared that.
So now that we're all groovy and in the present moment, it's just so beautiful to be here with both of you, lovely goddesses.
Thank you so much. Do you know the original artist of that song?
Oh yeah, that's Simon and Garfunkel.
Ah, okay, of course.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks for bringing that in. It's a good way to start things off.
Thank you so much, Maggie.
And I'm so just in awe of the kind of synchronicity and divine timing of the fact that you chose this theme, because as we were talking about, we went back and forth between a few different theme ideas that you had. And then when you mentioned abundance and you said that you've been working with this Lakshmi mantra, it kind of clicked, and it was like, oh yeah, like Diana and I are actually have a Lakshmi mantra that we've recorded, and we've been in the process of going back and forth with the arrangement and getting it mixed. And we've been working on it for over a year. And it's like literally just the other day, I sat with the producer here in Colombia, and we got it very close to being finished. And I've been feeling like this journey of creating this recorded song, because it's the first recording that we've ever put together and released as part of this collaboration. And so I feel like the fact that it is a Lakshmi mantra it really feels like kind of a symbolic initiation for me personally into kind of tapping into that next level of abundance that's available to me. And I've been realizing that, like, in the process of this whole recording and producing journey, so many challenges and blockages have come up. And I've started to feel like frustrated and challenged at times, but when I'm able to come into alignment and remember that they're all just reflections of areas within myself that I need to release blockages and to open up to greater abundance, and really like lean into this sense of like divine timing. That it's, when we think of abundance, sometimes we think of material abundance, money, wealth, prosperity, but it's also an abundance of time, of spiritual evolution, of growth, community, love. And so, yeah, this whole process has just taught me so much. And now that it feels like we're kind of at a point of culmination in this journey, or at least, a transition to the next level, because it's a never ending journey, of course. But yeah, it just feels so perfect that we're connecting and getting to drop in this theme. So yeah.
That's so beautiful, Maggie. I resonate with a lot of the things that you're just saying, and really a lot, actually. And I just wanted to add one thing that I keep talking about, these healers. And I feel like in this time, I've been really drawn to my friends who are healers. And ultimately, I believe that we're all healers. We all have the ability to heal each other and heal ourselves, even if it's just like, hanging out with your cat or something like that, and it's very simple. The body heals, and it knows, it has an intelligence that knows how to heal itself. And so this one healer, he made it very simple. He's just like, get happy, and forget everything else. Joy drives abundance. So just to think about that, joy drives abundance. So because that happy energy is such an attractor, right? And at the time that he told me this, I was actually struggling a little bit with depression. And he was like, just push it away. And it's not that you're suppressing it, right? Like you said, Maggie, you want to sort of feel what you're feeling. If you're feeling funky, then it's totally okay to feel funky. There's no stigma or anything attached to that, but when you're ready to sort of, allow yourself to move through that, like you said, you used the word, I think, moving through, like, just do that. Allow yourself, it's okay to feel funky, and it's also okay to move through that, and then allow the happiness to come. And I really resonated with what this man said, because when you're happy and you're feeling that kind of joyful, sensation, the prickly on your skin, everything is so alive and juicy, then it's like everyone wants that, so then you start doing events if you're an artist, or more work if what your work is, and things just start rolling, so finding that right posture and sort of energetic posture to create that manifestation. And a lot of it comes from joy and happiness and sort of just being in that present moment. So that's why I offered that first song.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to contribute to that, what you were saying, which is, for me, so much of that joy comes from just being in your natural, authentic self, without these sort of pressures that we take on to be something that we're not, or to measure up to a standard, or to achieve something. And that simple joy. What is that song? I find my joy in the simple things coming from the earth, right? That song, it's like, I was just outside yesterday eating, like, it's starting to be very warm here, unseasonably warm. And I went outside to eat a salad. It's like the first salad I've had in like a while. And I went outside and I'm sitting there, I had my feet on the earth, and I just listened to the birds, and I thought, this is it. This is it. And what natural joy comes from that moment is that there I was, just naturally in abundance, right? Just with what is. And I feel like that's part of the teaching, all these different teachings around just being, and accessing Ananda bliss and accessing like that field of possibility. Like Deepak Chopra has a lot of teachings on abundance, and so much of that is sort of just coming into a state of consciousness and awareness where you're able to soften into, this field of pure potential, and what joy that brings to be part of that field of pure potential. It's so, yeah, it's wonderful. And it's not that we bypass maybe the things that come up, but the way that we frame them and the way we interact with those thoughts or those stories or those emotions that are related to the mind, that we start to have a generous presence with them, I feel, so that we are not identifying so much with them that we are losing our ability to tap back into that other way of being. And even as I've been reading, I started reading The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, and it's just been, it's so clear how valuable it is to cultivate state of being. And even when Maggie and I, when we first started working with cacao, that was a really big part of it, was actually working with cacao as a medicine to cultivate gratitude. It's still a practice that we have in our lives, and how just that simple practice of cultivating a coherent state of well-being allows us to feel our abundance and attract more, because we're giving and receiving without a scarcity consciousness of holding on to anything, right? So I love this topic as it pertains to many things that I'm going through right now. So.
Oh, that's so deep. It's funny. I'm a little bit new to the Awakened Heart group, and I thought it was, mostly going to be singing, but like, this is really powerful. I already feel uplifted. And so just thank you both so much. And, saying hi to the people that are watching. I hope that you're getting this beautiful, uplifting download. And it's just so amazing, the knowledge and wisdom that we all have. And I think honestly that's one of the most difficult times of like this past 2 years, is like all the kind of, atomization and separation and isolation. And so but I do feel, on the positive note, that that's starting to happen more and more. I have one of my first live shows in a really long time. I'm playing in Topanga Canyon tomorrow night, so that's going to be fun, an in-person kirtan. And so just feeling that connection, and please reach out and feel like you can be connected, to me and to your friends and other people. And now's really the time to sort of re-engage in that way, because there's a lot of juice there.
It's beautiful. Yeah. So Maggie and I both received songs for this theme, and I feel like maybe we could start sharing them, because we might have some conversation that comes up throughout, and I know you have something else you're going to share with us later. So Maggie, do you feel called to go first?
I go first. Let's see if my Chunango is still in tune. Oh yeah, and we were going to do this thing. I'm going to switch over to my computer because the audio is possibly better. Let me try that. Okay, how's this sounding?
Dub style.
Something's up. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I hope this sound comes through okay. Also, I'm working with this new instrument, new to me, charango, which is funny. Like the past few times that we've done this, I've been like in different places, and I've had access to different instruments. So I'm like, I don't think I had harmonium the last time that we did this, and borrowed somebody's ukulele the week before. And I've been traveling with this little charango, which I haven't actually been playing so much because
it's so cute.
It's a little challenging for me. It's like I normally play ukulele, and so it's a little bit, it's got an extra set of strings, and it's a little challenging, but it's a
You
good
like
opportunity
you like very
to
small
work
instruments,
with
small
it.
and
And yeah, this song came through. So also take this moment to announce to our community about this other offering that we just released today. We created a guided meditation with a custom soundscape called Heart Song Activation. And last night we just got it back from our friend Forrest, who created the soundscape. And I was like getting ready to, I had a couple lines that had come through for this song, and I was like, okay, what else? I knew there was a lot of inspiration there, but I didn't know how it was going to come through. And so I sat down and I did the meditation. And as soon as I finished, I just started writing, and it just like poured through me. So it's living proof that this meditation works. So yeah, we want to offer that to our community. It's you can find the link if you go to our Instagram. We'll share it in the group as well. But yeah, super grateful for this experience and for the song coming through. It's alright here, it's always been. All the wealth in the world lies within. The more you share it, the more you receive, coming into a state of divine harmony. When you offer it all and expect no return, all you do is a prayer and a lesson to learn, having no agenda besides living in joy and serving the Most High. It's alright here, it's always been. All the wealth in the world lies within. The more you share it, the more you receive, coming into a state of divine harmony. You're ready now, you don't have to wait for the world to comply. You just need to decide to embrace your birthright, accepting the gifts that arrive right to your door when you open it wide. Maybe it's time to realize you need nothing more than just to be alive. It's alright here, it's always been. All the wealth in the world lies within. The more you share it, the more you receive, coming into a state of divine harmony. When you offer it all and expect no return, all you do is a prayer and a lesson to learn, having no agenda besides living in joy and serving the Most High. It's alright here, it's always been. All the wealth in the world lies within. The more you share it, the more you receive, coming into a state of divine harmony. You're ready now, you don't have to wait for the world to comply. always been. All the wealth in the world lies within. The more you share it, the more you receive. Coming into a state of divine harmony. It's all right here. It's always been. All the wealth in the world lies within. The more you share it, the more you receive. Coming into a state of divine harmony. The more you share it, the more you receive. Just follow the guidance of your heart, and you will see it's all right here.
Ooh. That was so beautiful, Maggie. You know, that reminded me actually of a Shimshai song. You know, the one where he says, "Now that we have all that we need," I forget the name of it, but it was really beautiful hearing that. And when you were playing that, it was making me think of him, my brother Shimshai. And back in the day, I actually played with him a lot. I used to have these big dreadlocks. I don't know if you knew me back then. And I'm also a percussionist. I would play tabla and cajon. And he was such a fun artist to play with. I actually played quite a few shows with him back when I lived in Marin and Santa Cruz. And, you know, he would remind me like, he was like a freight train. He was just like chugga, 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 you know, just like driving. And he almost like didn't even need a drummer at all, you know? So I loved to play with him because he was just charging ahead, and I would just sort of like add to it. And we would just launch off. But yeah, I love the way that you sing and the chant style. It almost, we were talking about Lakshmi and mantras. It almost sounded like you were singing mantras in that song, these positive affirmations, and just listening to it made me feel happy. So thank you so much for sharing that. Really beautiful.
Yeah. I want to just echo, like, I felt that it was like a spring. Like, to me, my experience of it was like this spring overflowing, that feeling of abundance, that feeling of inspiration, the abundance of inspiration that you felt from the meditation. I think I could feel that connection, because in the meditation there's some visualization, there's a journey that you go on, just plugging it, and I can feel how this could have come from that place of really deep inner connection coming out. And I would love to learn that. I would love us to play that when you come back to the States, whenever that is, to share it with people, because I think it's easy to sing along to, and like Joss was saying, the affirmations in there are like gold. They're just so they feel abundant when I'm singing.
Amazing. Thank you for that reflection. And yeah, I'll have to listen to the Shimshai song. I probably know it, but like with a lot of the songs that come through, I'm like, is this an original song, or is it like one that I've heard? Because it sounds so familiar already. But you know, it's definitely inspired by a lot of things. But yeah, I mean,
yeah. I was gonna say that song is when all you have is all you
yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I love that song. Yeah, I think that probably...
It's in a 3-speed.
Es el promeso del cielo esté contigo. I know the Spanish.
Oh, is that it? Is it the Spanish one? No, I don't.
I think he's got a version in English and a version in Spanish, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, in his recording, he sings both.
Yeah, because the Spanish is like, todo lo que tenemos es lo que necesitamos.
Yeah, the promise of heaven. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's got a version of both. Yeah, I love that song. So, yeah, thank you. I'm glad to know that brought that memory up. And yeah, wow, this, like, you know, all these spirit songs, like, they're really, they feel to me, and especially like this one, I really felt that essence of like spirit is giving me a message, and it's using my own voice as a channel to deliver this message that I personally need right now in my life. And I just really had that experience very powerfully with this song, because I've been in a space where I'm like, feeling like I can tap into the abundance mentality sometimes, but also, really what I've been becoming aware of lately through this process is like that it's really, in order to be in true abundance, I need to let go of like doing something with an expected outcome or return. Because like just this example of this song that, has been unfolding over time with many challenges, it's like I really just recently have been connecting even more to this fact of like, it is a prayer. Like I'm creating this piece of art, this devotional music that it doesn't matter if it even ever gets finished or shared, because I've had moments where I'm like, is it ever even going to get done? Do I even care anymore? It's been so long, but I'm like, am I wasting my time? Have I wasted all this energy and money I put into it? But then what's been clicking for me lately is that it doesn't even matter, because the process is a prayer. If every time I sit down to work on it or to share it, it's an act of devotion, then it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if anyone hears it, because it's been a prayer this whole time. And, that I think that you can apply that to anything that you do, any offering. Really, like, you can't do something with the expectation or like demanding something of life. We can't be so fixed on the outcome that we really lose that joy of just pure creation, pure devotion. And so the line that came through, that especially I felt like, wow, this is talking directly to me. It was like, you are ready now. You don't have to wait for the world to comply. You just need to decide to embrace your birthright. So it's like that idea of like making the decision and like deciding that I want to be abundant. It doesn't matter what happens in the world around me, but I need to decide that and shift into that frequency and embrace that. And then the world will most likely respond, and if it doesn't, then that just means it wasn't meant to be, and something else even better is meant for me. But yeah, it's like being abundant first, and then seeing the shifts in the physical, in the life circumstances, and the people around me. It's like you can't wait until things are going your way and then decide to be grateful and abundant. It's like, no, like we all get to make that choice for ourselves every day, to decide to be abundant and to feel it, and to feel the joy, like you were saying, the happiness, the lightness, the generosity, the gratitude. And that to me is true abundance. So
that's so amazing, Maggie. And as a music producer, I could really resonate with a lot of the things that you were saying. And one thing I'd just like to add on top of all of that incredible wisdom is I've never once regretted ever investing in myself, and at times, and people would tell me that again and again that are also music producers and artists, like they've never ever regretted investing in themselves. And it's sometimes scary to take on these big projects that are expensive and all that kind of stuff, but gosh, it really actually feels really good. And the proof is in the pudding, because when you don't do that, it actually feels really bad, right? Because you're like, you have all these things you need to share. You're like a bubbling, like spring, like Diana was saying with the spring, and you can't hold that in, right? So if you don't do it, it feels quite bad. And and also just to chime in here, the song I was thinking of was Shimshai, Home is Where the Heart Is. It goes, home is where the heart is, and there it can be, to dwell in the light of the one I believe. That one. So that was one, but it was also the Promise of Cielo. So they all kind of blend together. The other song I sort of associate with that time period is that beautiful song by Jaya Lakshmi, This Is the Day. That's another total epic anthem. So it's just making me happy thinking about all these people and these songs. And so thank you so much for all of this, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that. I love that song. That's one of my favorites to sing. Just put it on really loud. And shout out to Jai Lakshmi. She's doing a concert on Sunday night, y'all. So you should check out her beautiful concert. She's being accompanied by Ankush, percussionist. So just shout out to that. I want to just acknowledge we have some people who've been commenting and joining us. So thank you so much, Sarah, Nina. Sarah Adams, thank you so much for your comments. She says she loves your song, Maggie, and that such an inside job, I think, referring to our conversation around abundance, letting go of expectation. The journey is the prayer. Such a beautiful, I'm loving this conversation. We'll move forward. So I'll share my song quickly because I know that Joss has one more thing he wants to share, and then also possibly like events and ways to be in touch. So I just want to make sure we have some time. And am I like really loud? Is my microphone really loud?
No, you sound great. Yeah, go for it.
Sure. Okay. So this, I didn't really even know where to start with this. It's just sort of like, I knew that I wanted to incorporate a Lakshmi mantra, and I was thinking a lot of the track that Maggie's referring to that we had been working on, and I was trying to get it out of my head because it kept coming in. I was like, no, not that. I was really thinking about the essence of the mantra, and I did some noodling around, looking at quotes about abundance and just writing some thoughts down and thinking about what it meant to me, to how to distill it. I feel like I have a different level of understanding than I did when I first encountered a lot of these philosophies. I was in a very different part of my life, and now that I'm where I'm at right now, I just have more of a, I don't know, maybe a deeper experiential understanding. So I think that the version that I'm sharing could become something more, but I'm just sort of in this groove of having fun with it and interested in playing with it more. So. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. 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 I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need. I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need. I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need. I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need. All I need. Lakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Soha. Blooming as the goddess reveals the jewel line. Blooming as the goddess reveals the jewel line. See with new eyes of gratitude, I see with new eyes of gratitude, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Soha. I overflow, give and receive. I am and I have all I need. I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need. I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need. I overflow, I give and receive. I am and I have all I need.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Woo. Wow.
Wow, that was so lovely. That was so lovely. I love the way the song started with the guitar. It almost had like a Jack Johnson kind of a vibe. And your voice is beautiful, Diana. I've heard you sing before, but it just really landed for me today. Thank you so much. And the Sanskrit was really beautiful. It's very unique. You know, your melody. I was just drifting away, and then when the English came in, it was really strong. It reminded me almost like of like a Rising Appalachia, or maybe a little bit of like A Lineario or Climbing Poetry in there. Like I like your delivery style, and you should definitely have you recorded that song. That's a really juicy one.
Oh, no, thank you. I just got it last night, so.
Wow, you're so talented. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate your reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was loving like singing along to the mantra, and then also the English was like easy to kind of repeat and do call and response. So like we could, you know, now that we have the one Lakshmi mantra recorded, we could do a whole like Lakshmi EP. We could do all the Lakshmi mantras together.
It's just for Lakshmi.
Right?
Like, have an abundant song circle. Let's do that.
Well, we're doing that right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let's keep doing this again and again and again.
Anyone out there, if you want to have an abundant song circle with us, let us know.
It's juicy. I was looking at your list and I couldn't believe that you hadn't done an abundance. I'm like, I was like, oh, well, let's totally do that.
Perfect.
And the great thing about abundance is like when you talk about it's sort of like what's the word, like a positive feedback loop, right? When you kind of get that going, it comes back, and then it's also related to these concepts I've been talking about in my men's group of like compersion. You know, that concept of compersion, of like being happy when other people are happy, you know, and sort of this collective collaborative experience of it, you know, that if someone else wins, we're also winning, you know, and that joy and that beauty, and then from there it just keeps going and going, you know. So I feel that energy now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the opposite of a competition mentality, right? Because it's like there's no scarcity. We don't have to compete. There's enough for everyone. And the more we uplift and support one another and we all succeed, the more we all just rise together. So yeah, that's definitely something that we feel is important. And one of the reasons why we created this group, and we love to invite other people in and to uplift them and bring just more and more abundance to all. So I want to give a shout out also to Melissa. I just saw some comments coming through from her. She said she's so grateful for the so you can hear that. It just started like crazy downpour and thunderstorm. So some powerful energy.
That's abundant. That's abundance right there.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Melissa, so grateful for the three of you for this illuminating wisdom. I have my journal handy. Thank you for being here, Melissa. And yeah, we'd love to have you share one more song with us, Joss.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I love hearing the quotes from the people. I can't see that. Maybe I should open the chat or something. But just thank you all so much for being here with us. And feel free to connect with me. It's Joss Jaffe, JossJaffe, and whatever you like to do. If you like social media or however you listen to music, I'm there. And it's actually really ironic in a way, because my first album was in 2012, and on that it was called Dub Mantra, so it mixed reggae with mantras. It was really a lot of fun to make, and actually made two more Dub Mantra albums, playing with this concept of dub in all its forms with reggae, with mantra, and so I just really love that, making that kind of style of music. But on the first album was Lakshmi, and it's this very traditional old chant that's like 10 minutes long. So I don't know how it got on playlists being like 10 minutes long, but it's one of my most streamed songs ever, to this day, and it's almost 10 years old now for me. And it's based on an ancient Sanskrit chant, the Lakshmi Stotram, which is 11 verses long. And so I know we don't have like a ton of time, so I'll just sort of touch on them, but they're really quite beautiful. And I'll just give you an example of some of them, like Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute. So they're saying that Mahalakshmi is like the primordial yogi, right? So from her abundance comes the arts of yoga. Padmasana, so Padma is lotus and asana is like a yoga posture, seated meditation. Padmasana Stite Devi, she's the goddess that's seated upon the lotus petal. Let's see, what are some of the other ones? Adya Shakti Maheshwari, the goddess who is the primordial Shakti. I mean, there's just so many amazing lines in here. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi. So Siddhi is like the magical powers that you get through practicing yoga, and Buddhi is like Buddha, like liberation and nirvana. So Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi, she gives you these powers, she gives you this freedom. Mantra Murte Sada Devi, she creates mantras just being in her presence. So like, this is really great, and maybe one day we could do a whole workshop just on this prayer. But let me now sing a few of it for you, and this is with my new favorite instrument. It's the ngoni. And speaking of Rising Appalachia, that incredible band, their drummer Biko made this, and it's made out of a tabla. So I also play tabla, so here's a tabla. So there's just lots of synchronicities here. So let me make sure you can hear this. It's a little quiet. Can you hear it? Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in, and this is Mahalakshmi. Receive her abundance and love. Namaste stu Mahamaye Shripite Surapujite Shanka Chakra Gataste Mahalakshmi Namostute Namaste Garudairude Kolasura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Sarvajne Sarvavai Radhe Sarvadukare Devi Sarva Papare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murte Satar Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Adyantarahi Te Devi Adya Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Je Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute Stula Sukshma Maharodre Mahashakti Mahodare Mapapare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Nastite Devi Parabrahma Svarupini Parameshi Jagan Matar Mahalakshmi Namo Stute Om Mahalakshmi. That last line says, Jagan Matar, the mother of the universe. Para Brahma Svarupini, the original Brahma, the original energy of the universe. So Mahalakshmi, bless us all with your abundance and your blessings of health. May all these beautiful people be very healthy and filled with joy and abundance.
So it is. Thank you so much. I would love to learn that.
Yeah, let's do it.
My voice was like, yes, I want to sing this every morning. I love it so much.
There's lots of ways to do it. Normally I sing it with the guitar and it has more of kind of a rhythmic style, but when I play with the ngoni, it gets very flowy and, you know.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite that's one of my favorite parts about singing, like in classical Indian singing, like there's that in the beginning of a lot of the bhajans, I suppose, you know, like there's like that kind of, the singer is in that sort of dreamy kind of place before the rhythm comes in, right? So
that's called alap. Alap is without the rhythm, and it's the introduction of the raga or the piece, and it's usually done without rhythm. A means without, and I'm actually also trained in classical Indian music. I lived in Marin and went to the Ali Akbar College for many years. So I study tabla and raga, and so that's another fun thing to do is sing the sargam. Right, and doing it with the tabla, and so there's so many fun things we could do together.
Yeah, okay, well, let's make a plan to hang out.
Let's do a workshop. What's really fun is when you get a big group and we all sing, and I guess that's kirtan basically. It's just been so long since I've done that. I think the last one was with you, Diana, up in Northern California.
Wow. Well, yeah, thank you so much for bringing and everything, and for everyone who's watching. Just thank you so much for joining us, Melissa and Sarah. Your beautiful comments and presences, and
Mm.
just inviting everyone tuning in to share. If you're watching the replay, feel free to make comments, and we always get notifications and check in. And Joss's links are in the description of this video. So if you're wanting to find out more about what he's doing and listen to more of his music, and again, you have a release coming up. When is it?
Yeah, I have a brand new album coming out a week from today on the 18th, and it's called Sun Mountain Sea. It has sort of a yoga element. It's produced by DJ Taz Rashid, who's a yoga music producer, but it's definitely got more that kind of chill Ibiza kind of a vibe. And I'm singing all in English, so it's all these heart songs, love songs, and it's really actually pretty fun. So definitely if you want to have a pool party or go to the beach, grab that album. It's the pre-order is on right now, and Bandcamp is the best way to support artists. If you still listen to CDs, we have a beautiful CD that's all packaged and there's no plastic. It's very beautiful. So thank you. And if you happen to be in Los Angeles, I'm playing tomorrow night in Topanga Canyon with Masood Ali Khan and Kavita Kat McMillan and Michael Hathaway and Sienna Sherman. It's going to be like really fun. So if you want to do kirtan and you're in Southern California, please come. And hopefully I come up to where you guys are and we do a big NorCal romp again soon.
Yeah. I missed when you played in Sebastopol, because we had already left for G-Fest.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep that in the flow, and
let's make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just this has been such a joy. So thank you both so much for bringing me into your circle, and what a beautiful community and energy you have here. So this is just so great.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you could join us. And I know we're wrapping up, but I just wanted to share a memory of when I first met you. I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember the Liberation Institute when you came in and did kirtan there in San Francisco?
I do. That was, yes.
Yeah,
oh my
that was
God.
when we first met.
That's
and
so funny.
I think it's a perfect talking about abundance, because the other side of receiving abundance is giving and generosity. And I think where all of us are in that kind of mindset of doing offerings for a good cause. And this is a wonderful nonprofit organization that provides sliding scale mental health care for all. And they have a base in San Francisco. And I don't think they're doing them anymore, but they were doing weekly kirtans. So different musicians.
Gosh, that was a long time ago. I can't even, I had totally forgotten about that. Thank you so much for bringing that back to me. It's you walk down, it's like at street level, and then you kind of walk down the stairs into that little room. Yeah, that was so beautiful. Yeah,
it's just like this little like sanctuary in the heart of kind of this like shady area of San Francisco, like near Folsom. And yeah, it's just this sanctuary. And that was like a big part of my journey connecting with the Bhakti community. So I just had that memory and wanted to share, and appreciating being able to reconnect with you here. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to sing together.
I probably sang Lakshmi at that thing, at that kirtan. I almost always sing that at those intimate chants. So. Wow, that's such a great memory, Maggie. Thank you so much. That just totally lifted my spirits.
Oh, amazing. Well, thanks again. And thank you so much to everyone who tuned in, and anyone who's watching the replay also. Yeah, make sure you drop a comment, share this with your friends. If you know people who are not yet in the group who you think would benefit from this experience or have something to contribute, please invite them to the group. The more the merrier. And yeah, make sure you check out this meditation that we released today also, which we're super excited about.
Yes. And in another 2 weeks, we'll be back with another guest session. So if you're new to this, we're doing them every other week. So not next week, but the following week. And I'm really excited about who's joining us because they're really special humans that have been a really big part of Maggie and my path. So just really excited to bring that to you. And we have we're just like, yeah, really in the juice. And if there's someone that you think would be a great fit for this, reach out to us and because we're always looking to weave with more artists and connect. So thanks everybody so much. So much love, abundance, health, wealth, and gratitude, joy, all of the good things.
Bye.